very good week for you and your Giants, man.
We're out here, you know what I'm saying? The defense looked a lot better. Week 2, held Drew Brees to 1 touchdown. I mean, listen, we both knew that the Giants were going to go 16-0 when the season started. So, that surprise is great. Week 1, kicked it off with the Cowboys, putting a foot in their ass. And then you come back at home, started off Victor Cruz having a pretty good game. I will say this. I don't know if it's too early for the hot takes, but the Giants got the best receiving core in the league. Odell Beckham, Victor Cruz, Sterling Shepard. They're still putting it together. It's onward to the next thing. I mean, now we can talk about your Raiders. You know what I mean?
Everybody, in the words of presidential hopeful Donald Trump, the defense for the Oakland Raiders defense, you're fired. Every one of y'all fired. Linebacking core,
you're fired.
Defensive line,
you're fired.
Lil Mack as the best defensive player in the league over Von Miller. Think we got that solved? He ain't.
You're fired.
DBs,
you're fired.
I don't know what happened, man. It was. No, I'm not finding a defensive coordinator because at some point it comes down to the guys that you're paying money to performed, whether it was last year, throughout their career. Yeah. They have pedigree. Bruce Irvin, a champion, has pedigree. Sean Smith, one of the shutdown corners in the league, the biggest corner in the NFL, has a pedigree. He's getting burnt like the dudes from Philadelphia last year. And then you got the only good bright spot on our defense right now.
I traded away our washing machine to get him. He punches and bunches.
Is David Amerson, the reclamation project from the Redskins. We got him for basically a pack of bazooka gum and a left-handed oven mitt from the Washington Redskins last year. And he's the best performing player on our entire defense. And it's really sad. And as an irrational fan that I am, I will not be watching this week because I'm superstitious. And maybe they need me to not watch for the defense to perform. Maybe they're like a shy kid when they're, first learning to pee standing up. They can't do it when you're in there watching. I'm saying you got to turn a blind eye to these certain things. I would rather get the notification on my phone that the Raiders won than watch them losing the way that I watched them last night or this past Sunday, man. That was brutal to watch. Speaking of things that were brutal to watch, the Adrian Peterson injury. Okay, no, we're gonna go to Sunday night. That Adrian Peterson injury, man, that was pretty ugly, man.
It hurt in a lot of reasons. It hurt in a lot of ways for a lot of reasons. But I mean, it's Adrian Peterson, man. I mean, this dude came back from a torn ACL,
right?
And had 2,000 yards next season. So in one way, I'm like, yeah, that sucks. But in another way, I'm like, it is Adrian Peterson. Minnesota's defense is lights. I'm talking lights out. Their defense is hands down the best defense.
Well, the Purple People Eaters are back.
Yeah, I think Adrian Peterson going down hurts, but I think that defense is really, really special, man. I think that we're going to see some pretty good things out of the AFC North.
Let's talk about your biggest surprise from week 2. What stood out to you as the biggest thing that you weren't expecting that actually went down?
The biggest thing that surprised me was that the 49ers were even in the game against the Panthers. At one point, they almost kind of made a little comeback there, and then...
So 20 points is in the game.
No, it was closer than that. Give them credit, you know what I'm saying? It was 10-13, and they got blown out. But then they came back again, but then they got blown out again. That surprised me. I was expecting them to just get rolled on straight through, but they made a little game of it. And I think that the fight that you see in that 49ers team is due in large part to Colin Kaepernick, you know what I'm saying, standing up. You know what I mean?
And the death stare that he gave Cam Newton after the game. He put the crazy eyes on him.
Yo, he was like, oh, so you're the other guy, huh?
Yeah, no, he put the voodoo hex on my man. It's like because when he grew the afro, he was no longer light skinned no more. He was like, nah,
bro.
Forget that half and half, bro.
Nah, bro. This is all.
Salam alaikum, my man. Yeah.
You want this bean pie?
Yeah, no. Speaking of Cam Newton, your outfit sponsored by the indelible Cam Newton. I was actually halfway expecting you to frost the tip of your head.
I was thinking about it.
I was like, in, man.
It's lit. But then I thought about it and I came back to earth. I was like, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah, no, we got.
I can't rock with that.
I'm gonna have to holler at your stylist for episode 7, man. We're gonna have to get you a new hat. With a flatter brim, my brother.
You gotta get the relaxed brim. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of the brand. It's all a part of the brand.
Your brim got a texturize, bro. You gotta fix that. I can't get down with that, bro.
Man, you always got haters. You know what I'm saying? But in 3 weeks when everybody got one, you be like,
hell no.
Like, yo, is it lit? Oh man, it might be lit. I might have to give me one too.
I'm a leader, not a follower.
Oh, okay.
So, right. But yeah, my most surprising thing of the week would probably have to be that the Chargers were able to finish this week. I think that was a surprise I wasn't waiting for. And also, actually, co-surprise of the week, the Denver Broncos. Like, what the hell, man? I thought after all these years of watching these Hall of Fame quarterbacks go through the AFC West, that the Raiders would finally have a chance. At least the Broncos would be down. No! No!
They're crazy.
Every time, can somebody needs to check Aqib Talib for steroids. Because every time he gets an interception, it's 6.
Yo, put that dude at running back. I swear to God.
Every time.
I was watching. I was like, I looked up after he made the pick, and I was like, yo, who's this dude just like running through this defense? And then I realized it was Talib. I was like, oh, that's not a running back. Like, that guy doesn't play offense?
I thought they were showing I thought he was running scout team offense for the other team in practice. Like, I thought I was watching a flashback.
Talib might want to be their new punt returner. Because that dude put the Jets on. I was like, yo, this guy is crazy. This guy is really, really good. Actually, I think the Denver defense is so good that they don't even need to put their offense on the field. Because their defense scores all their touchdowns.
The defense is their offense.
Their defense scores all their points.
You need one C.J. Anderson touchdown and maybe a McManus field goal, and that's it.
That's it. R.I.P. to the Chargers offense. R.I.P. to Danny Woodhead, who was single-handedly going to win my fantasy league. Now I actually have to work. Now I have to put in work now.
Oh, I'm on that waiver wire like white on rice, bro. This is. I don't know what else to do, man. I lost 2 running backs this week because Amir Abdullah went out too. But shout out, black quarterback, back in the league, Jacoby Brissett.
Out here.
1 knee. You know what I'm talking about, baby.
Out here, getting dubs. You know what I mean? Miami Dolphins.
Shout out to Jeremy Drummond, who don't think that black quarterbacks can make it in the league, but, you know, whatever. We can prove them wrong.
Yeah, because Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, Doug Williams.
No, well, that's 1 Super Bowl between all of them. So that's
Russell Wilson. We're still claiming him.
You know what's funny? He says that doesn't count. He says it doesn't count. He says it's a style of play thing. When he sees this, he's like, those guys don't make it. Which, you know, it sucks. I haven't been able to prove him wrong yet, but I believe that at some point in the next couple of years, Cam had a chance last year.
Shout out to the Malik.
Cam had a chance.
You know what I mean?
My hot take actually did pretty well, but the rest of the team, I guess, just couldn't really keep up. They built a 20-point lead. Like I said, McCown, he led his team. He put points up on the board. They were up, what was it, like 20-7 or 20-3 or something crazy, and then they blew it. The whole team blew it.
In typical Browns fashion. About to have another starting quarterback because McCown got knocked out of the game.
5 starting quarterbacks in the last 5 games.
Dude, like, they've had like 30 starting quarterbacks since the 80s. It's not even funny. And people think, oh, well, that's not a lot. Like, no, that's a lot. That's a whole lot of quarterbacks.
When you think about quarterbacks, a really good quarterback's career should last you anywhere from 7 to 10 years with one team. I mean, in the last...
An average one to get you at least 5 years.
In the last 14 years, the Patriots have had only 3 starting quarterbacks.
Right.
And in twice that amount of time, the Cleveland Browns have had almost 30.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Actually, I saw a really good stat. If their roster holds the same way it is, they don't bring in a backup quarterback.
Right.
Terrell Pryor will have the most touchdown passes and the most starts at quarterback of any quarterback on that entire roster. Yeah, I guess God really does hate Cleveland. He at least hates the Cleveland Browns because the Cavs are looking like, well.
like they had to correct the ship. They're like, nah, you can't have McCown either. We're gonna go to Corey Kessler.
Nah, man.
Maybe he'll right the ship because we gave y'all the championship. We gotta take it away from y'all. We gotta take something away from y'all. I would address your lukewarm take. It's not even a hot take, but there's nothing really to say because
it did come through. I feel like it's the level of talk around Colin Kaepernick, and not just Colin Kaepernick, what he's doing has kind of died down a bit. You know, people are still talking about the issues,
right?
But the fact that he's sitting down and people are just so offended by that has died down some. I guess people have just kind of gotten over yelling about it.
Well, no, we're recording this Monday night, obviously, and there was a fan in the stands at Soldier Field during the Bears game that had a sign that said "Stand Up."
I did see that.
They had it during the national anthem, so it still is out there, but yeah, not
the
quite.
The fever pitch is definitely lower.
Right, it's not quite as relevant, but you still see some people with their fist up in the air. So I saw a spattering around during the Monday night game as well. You still see some people that get down their knee or don't put their hand over their chest.
And that's fine. I feel like, listen, like I said, I'm pretty sure I said this. Whatever you want to do is fine. If you're on one side, if you're on the other side, however you feel about it, you have that right to feel that way about it. But don't, discredit the guy who wants to stand up for something. Don't, disparage the man. And we don't really have to have this long argument back and forth where people pretend they want to have a conversation. That was what was really killing the whole thing. Nobody was really trying to say anything. I felt like there was just too much noise around it, and I feel like the noise died down. I'm happy about it. I'm glad we got back to football and we can still have our opinions and move on. And my hot take is going to be music.
Okay.
It's going to be your man, Meek Mill.
Meet me in the bathroom. I fuck her water, water running, her for knocking at the door, and she's screaming out, I'm coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will see this guy make a fool of himself again. Obviously, if you don't know, he's in a beef. Can we talk about beef just being branded? Like people just call everything beef now.
Yeah, the brand the brand of beef has definitely changed since the 90s.
Like everything is beef.
In the words of Biggie, beef is when ICU is guaranteed to be an ICU.
What's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to be an ICU.
I don't think it was ever said better than that.
Bars on deck.
On Deckington, man.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, when Sean Kingston gets into a beef, which he's apparently rapping into this beef, then that's when you know it's trash. He's upset because he got his chain snatched, and now Game's upset because Meek Mill said that he snatched his
Sean
chain.
Kingston looks like the kind of guy that would get his chain snatched. You know what I mean?
Deserves to get his chain
like
snatched. The fact that he has a music career in general, I just don't understand. But yeah, my hot take is that Meek Mill will drop another diss. He dropped one already. He's gonna drop another diss on the game, and it might actually be hot. He dropped the Ooh remix.
Some 40 niggas, I'm never with 40 niggas. Promo your album, they got you making up stories, nigga. Stripper the rapper, rapper the stripper, you corny nigga.
Remix. Shout out to Young and May. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn stand up. He dropped the Ooh remix with Beanie Siegel on there too. Beanie Siegel had a little line came out of retirement for a second.
What? Why you worry about me? Sit your gay ass down. Acting like you that nigga when you a fucking clown. You want rumble? I got the 30 on me.
What? He got okay.
Yeah.
Philly coming hard.
Siegel and then his cousin O'Malley, who just seen some yell on. Yo, if there's one person who can yell more than Meek Mill, it's his cousin. That guy yells so much, it's ridiculous.
On a scale of 1 to Freeway, like how high was his yell? Because Freeway can yell with the best of them.
It was like Freeway
yells from his beard.
It was like Freeway yelling into a freaking megaphone. Like
That's
was just
impressive.
Like, yo,
wow.
why are you screaming? Like I gotta turn the volume down on this joint. My ears are bleeding. Meek Mill actually wins a beef. I think he's gonna win this one against the Game. But the Game's first song actually was fire. You know what I'm saying? 92 bars. That's what it was called.
See that shit you got with Drake is like a slow leak. Blood'll be dripping like Niagara if I poke me. Nicki won't get no sleep. I'm coming through at 4 a.m. 4 deep to leave a dead body on a soaked sheet. It can happen low key. You better have Ross call me or you gon' be eye level with a roach feet.
With the little Ooh remix. Meek Mill's brand right now is that he lost beef to Drake and that he's with Nicki Minaj. That's what people know him for.
Yeah,
that's
it's completely changed.
Because he's not a rapper anymore.
He was a great rapper, and that's another example of branding changing.
Yeah.
He was a really good up and coming young rapper. He was winning with Nicki Minaj, and then all of a sudden, Twitter fingers. It changes everything. But really quick before I get into my hot take, who's worse for Philly, Meek Mill or 76?
Oh man, it's got to be Meek Mill right now, man. It's got to be Meek Mill, and he's actually he's moving out to California now. According to him, he's getting a little house in California, which is good. You know what I'm saying?
Calabasas?
Yo, dude, everybody wants to move to Calabasas. Apparently that's the thing. But yeah, that's my hot take. Meek Mill is gonna win a beef finally. After losing several over the last few years.
After taking several L's.
Yeah.
Rapper Meek Mill. So my hot take for the week is actually that I'm going back to the well again, Malik.
Okay. Browns
again.
Oh man, don't do it to yourself, man.
Going back to the well again.
Pick another one.
No. My hot takes are unlimited and superfluous.
Okay.
Cody Kessler is gonna show out. He's going to show out. He's going to do his thing. The Cleveland Browns will lose. Cody Kessler will have a good game.
Define good game.
Multiple touchdowns, 1 turnover. Over 200 yards passing.
Okay.
And it will not be garbage time passing either. I want to make that very clear. He will come out there, and I mean, what else do they have to do? They're going to throw the ball up there. They're already 0-2. They've lost their top 2 quarterbacks in their rotation. They're one injury away from having to put
top 2 is
back
definitely
there, so.
like a generous.
Yeah, we say that. Yeah, we say that. But, I think Cody Kessler is going to have a great week.
Yo, I got a hot take on top of your hot take. Cody Kessler gets knocked out, and they bring Terrell Pryor to play quarterback.
Oh, Terrell Pryor will get snaps at quarterback before the season's over. That I am like.
Oh man,
you can book that.
God really does take it.
Yeah,
he was like, "Yo, I'll give y'all the Cavs," but that's it.
But everything else,
you got to take double the losses everywhere else.